Welcome to Envision Broadcasting, the station designed to encourage, equip, and empower you for growth and success presents The Momentum Shift. A show where we get inspired, we get moving, and we get results. Every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern with your host, Eric Collier. He's the mayor of motivation and mental quicksand expert, bringing you inspiring interviews and empowering stories that will help to improve lives. If you're ready to start making the impossible possible, then you've joined the right show, because the momentum shift is what you've been looking for.
This gap an individual will face is the gap that stands between where they are now and what they could become. So the question becomes, are you willing to climb?
Eric's message was extremely powerful.
The power of overcoming is not just connected to you. You're rising because the people behind you are counting on you. Thank you. Thank you, Eric.
Hello and welcome to the Momentum Shift podcast and radio show. I'm your host, C. Eric Collier, also known as the Mayor of Motivation, and I'm excited to have you joining me. Every week on the Momentum Shift, it's all about helping you move from being stuck to moving forward, or from being frustrated and stagnant to moving forward, to doing those things that you once believed that you was impossible, or those things that you didn't even envision for yourself. So with that, I bring a guest on with me, and we talk about some of their things that they do to help themselves move forward, how to overcome being stagnant, and how they help their clients or just the people on their team. And this time, I'm bringing a special guest, somebody that I love her nickname. They call her the America's Teenologist. I love it. Please welcome Dr. Beth Halbert. She's a psychology doctor with a psychologist. I'm sorry. I'm calling her the teenologist. She's a teenologist.
There you go. There you go.
And with over 30 years of experience as a psychologist, parent teen coach, and business culture consultant, Dr. Beth has helped countless families, schools, and organizations thrive. She's a best-selling author, a corporate consultant, and a passionate advocate for compassion and emotional development. Dr. Beth's work bridges generational gaps, fostering health, communication, and connection in families and teens. We're thrilled to have her join us today. Please give a round of applause. I know I can't hear it, but you're at home. Just give her a round of applause. She's joining us. Dr. Beth Halbert, aka America's Teenologist. Beth, thank you for joining me. How you doing?
Oh, I'm so glad to be here with you, Eric. I love what you're up to in the world. This is just amazing, and I love to support what you're bringing it to your listeners, and I hope I can bring something really fun and practical and inspirational. Let's do it.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for joining me. Like I said, I'm excited about it. So first off, I'm looking at the pictures behind you. I like those. I just came from a vacation in Hawaii, and I saw similar pictures kind of sketched in like a chalk. Is that what that looks like a chalk outline?
It looks like a chalk outline. It's just photos of 6 different places that I've been that I love.
Awesome. I love them. They look nice. You got to have something when you walk in the room that gets your attention, and you be like, take me there.
Yes, take me away, Calgon. Exactly.
So thanks for joining me, and I'm excited because you said teenologist. You were given that because they said you were running your business like a teen, and I think that's a cool deal. I say if you're running your business like a teen, you laugh and joke like a teen. You like to have fun like I do. So I think we're gonna connect well.
No doubt, Eric. We're going to be on the same page for sure. One of the things that I do is I try to help the super 7-year-olds of the world, the perfectionist, the good girl, good boy, those of us that feel overwhelmed and we're just trying to do it right. And I help bring them into their mamma jamma, creative, powerful, playful, passionate, authentic teenage energy. So I do that with parents while they're working with teenagers or young adults, or with owners and business managers while they are raising teenage employees, all rebellious when you tell them what to do, when to do it, how to do it, where to do it.
Right.
Most of us don't like that.
No.
So it's like a double dog dare.
Yes. Hey, I've got 3 adult children now, and 6 grandkids, and I understand.
You are feeling me. You are feeling me. Yeah, you have learned that from experience.
Right. And I go back to my child day, my growing up, I'm like, I was that one.
Yes, yes. And the thing is, I help people remember when they were that one,
Yeah.
because that's where you get back to the juice. If
Yeah.
you can remember your own power and passion and
Right.
stop being perfect,
There we go.
that's when you can connect with the next generations.
Yeah.
Because when you think you know it all, they just know you know nothing.
Exactly.
They see right through it. They
I
can
think,
see right through it.
I think that's the quote. It says, just when you think you know everything, you find out you know nothing.
Oh boy, did I get that one smacked in the face. The more education I got, the more I realized, oh my gosh. And now with this whole AI world,
Oh man.
ooh,
Whew. Yeah. Eye-opening, right?
yes, yes, yes. It's a new ride,
Yeah.
and how to help the parents with that as well.
Yeah.
With dealing with the next generation. I keep seeing these TikTok ads, TikTok. Definitely aging myself.
Right.
Where
You know
they're
the
talking
thing.
about most of us are still using just Chat GPT, and I'm like, oh, guilty, guilty, guilty.
There's all kinds of different ones out there, right?
They're all over it.
So, I always like to start my show with asking my guests a great question. And it is, what is momentum shifting mean to you, and how has it helped you change your life, or how do you use it to keep your life moving forward?
Wow, I love that question because it's not a moment in time, is it?
Right. No, not even.
It's like how good my favorite question that goes along with your question is how good can you stand it?
I like that.
And so as I'm willing to be wrong, wrong, I'm willing to have it all.
Yeah.
And it's when I get in justification and rationalization and I think I'm all that in a bag of chips,
Yeah.
and I get stuck in what I think and the way I think it has to be.
Yeah.
That's when I call it, this is Tennessee talk, screwed, blued, and tattooed.
Screw blue to tattoo, Tennessee. Like it.
I brought that to California with me. People will always say, "Where are you from?" I say, "You mean why do I talk like this?"
Yeah.
And I went to school in Texas, so I'm runt. So I've had it all. I've had it all, both the coasts and all in the middle.
So okay, now I got to ask a question because you said Tennessee. Uh,
Yes.
I am a Georgia Bulldog fan, so I have to ask the question if you are that orange team fan or the black
Baylor Bear.
Baylor Bear. At least you left. That's good. That's cool. That works.
Baylor Bear. But I got my master's from Vanderbilt
Okay, that's
in
better than that other one.
human resource development. I got it all in my blood.
Yeah,
I am a cacophony
yeah.
of lots of emotion. I'll tell you that for sure, Eric. I love the Bulldogs. I love the Vols. I love them all. Just bring it. Just bring it. I'm one of those. I'm one of those types.
Yeah, hey, so okay, I got one for you though. How about
Okay.
hot chicken?
Well, I am a little bit of a sissy when it
Oh,
comes to hot.
oh yeah.
So I'm willing to let anybody else win on that game. You just go ahead, burn your mouth off. I am going to stick with my ice cream.
I have to admit that's the one thing I like out of Nashville was the hot chicken, who was cool.
We got it. We got all kinds of good stuff in this town. It's true.
So back to it. So talk to me again. So we're talking about momentum shifting and being stagnant. So what are some of the things that you found that help you move forward when it comes to being stagnant? It's or just kind of help yourself from being in that position of being stagnant.
All right, here goes. Step 1.
Uh,
I fall in love with what is.
okay.
So instead of spiritually bypassing the emotions,
Mhm.
I double dog dare myself and others to turn it up and feel those feelings, name it out so you don't act it out on somebody else's head. So if I let myself feel my mad and feel my greed and feel my shame and pick a word, any word, and I allow myself to feel it and feel loved in it, like really, really adore and love myself right where I am, then I find that I can transition up. So it's through letting my little inner 3-year-old feel sad, scared, vulnerable, fear, letting my super 7-year-old think she knows it all, letting my inner teen be a badass mamma jamma, you know, she's hot. My inner teen, she is hot. She's got it all. And I become the loving, wise self of these 3 inner emotional development characters. I call them my inner family zoo. So step 1 is I fall in love with anything and everything. Do you ever feel like you got one part of yourself that's saying, get up, go, write more, do more, have another podcast. And another part of you's like, get on the couch, have a bonbon, have a glass of wine. Do you ever feel these parts?
Yeah, I think there gets time, right? When you're starting and you're plucking away and you're plucking away, you're like, you know what, today I'm falling in love with the couch today. I'm just going to
Yes.
I'm going to go do something different than go into the office and put some work in.
Yes. And can you do that guilt-free, or do you do that and then beat yourself up for it later? That's the key.
Only if I do it and I forgot that I had something coming up. And I'm like, oh man, oh dude, what are you doing?
Exactly. All right. So here's how crazy I am. Mine is I use the 10 keys to compassion to fall madly in love with what is.
All right.
So even if I forget, how do I fall madly in love with it? Even if there's a flood, even if there's a storm, even if there's a caregiver that has quit again and again and again and again, even though I've had a shoulder surgery on this arm and might have to have one on this arm, I always look for what's P and D. You want to guess? What's P and D, baby?
What's P and D? What's present and I don't know.
Close. You're close. Perfect and divine.
Perfect and divine. Okay.
What is P and D? Perfect and divine about what is. How is this happening for me instead of me feeling like I'm the victim of it? But if I feel like a victim, I let myself go there as the witness to the part of me that feels like a victim, knowing it's not the truth. Facts. Feelings are not facts. They're feelings. Feel those feelings. Let them flow. Let them flow. They'll go, That's one of my songs.
A rapper here too.
That's right.
It's kind of it's something that it's an approach that I took on when I found, a lot of times when you're running late, you're like, oh my gosh. You put your clothes on and you get out there and you're speeding down the road and everything else. And then you get down there and you find there's an accident or what have you. I come to the realization that, when things happen for a reason. And so my job is to find out what is the reason, or embrace that time frame that I have to just relax and just move forward and go, let it go. What do you say? Let it flow and let it go.
That's right. That's right. And it's magical. I used to have this characteristic of myself that I was always running late. So I'd be the last one on the plane, and I would, come in like I'm all that in a bag of chips, and I'm thinking the whole plane is like, yeah, she made it. They're all thinking, should have left an hour early. What's wrong with her? And so I've learned how to do exactly what you're talking about, Eric. Sit in the Zen state. I used to feel like every minute had to be utilized. And as I've been able to utilize the minutes of Zen just for the pure sake of Zen, instead of always in the super 7-year-old vein, get it done, do it right, do more, drive, production, go, 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 to give myself permission to get more in the flow.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. You have a mantra that you roll with.
Oh, I've got so many Dr. Bethisms I could make your head spin. Pick a topic and I'll give you a mantra.
What would be your favorite?
I think my favorite is how good can you stand it? That's probably my favorite, because most people don't quite get it when I first ask. the reality is we shoot ourselves in the foot. It's like we're all like a thermostat.
Yeah.
And some of us can go up to 80. Some of us can handle 110 hot box. Some of us can go to 120, whatever it is. In the desert, you probably learned how to manage some really hot moments. And then same thing for the cool.
Yeah.
Some people can do those ice plunges. And my mom is one of those. When it goes to 71, she's just freezing or burning up. And when it gets below 68, she's freezing. So we have a same emotional thermostat on love,
Yeah.
on money, on joy, happiness. Have you ever been in a state of mind where you're just like, oh my God, when's the next shoe going to drop?
Right. You start that self-sabotage time frame, right? Get back down into that temperature.
Yep. Let's get back to our comfort zone. So I try to help people get out of their comfort zone of stagnant and move into the comfort zone of how good can I stand it? Like, how good can I stand it guilt-free?
I like that. How good can I stand it? That's a great question, because the question that always comes up, how much worse can it get? How bad?
Right?
When's the next
Exactly.
bad thing gonna happen? Let's get rid of that stuff, right?
Exactly. And our brains, whatever question we ask,
Yeah.
our little computers go after it.
Yeah.
So if we ask, what's wrong with me? Why did I do that? I with all my clients, I dare them to just take the word why and just get it completely out of their vocabulary. Because if I said, why'd you do that? Why are you still here? Why are you thinking that way? It is an instant defense mechanism.
Yeah.
You're telling me I shouldn't have done it, thought it,
Right.
experienced it, whatever. So if I can ask myself a different series of questions, like, what's fabulous about me? Why am I so hot? Or what do I absolutely love and adore about myself?
Well,
Or how good can I stand it? Or any other question that I want to ask myself, it puts my brain on that trajectory. So what do I appreciate? What is my greatest brag? What do I love about myself? What do I adore in my life?
yeah.
All those kind of questions. Yeah.
I like how you're doing that, because that positive talk is important. I always tell people, you can, what is it? What I learned was that every negative comment or statement, you need at least 17 positives to get rid of it, right?
Yeah. And I don't even know if 17 is enough, by the way.
Right.
I mean, how many of us had that one thing that teacher or that parent or that person we loved and adored say to us, and we're still playing it over and over and over and over in our head? They may have said 1 million good things about ourselves, and we're still playing that same old tired tape.
Yeah.
So, how do we reprogram our own tape so that we don't keep self-sabotaging ourselves with those old stories? That's my C is for loving what is, O is for creating the story that you want to live into.
Okay. I like it. Yeah.
Own your story.
Your story. I like it. Yeah. You got to find a way. It's your story.
That's right.
How do you want to create it? What do you want to, how do you want to film it? Whatever you want to say about it. How do you want
Yeah. You get to be right either way. So choose.
Yeah, what is it? The story. What is the phrase? If you think you can, you're right. If you think you can't, you're right. Which one do
Exactly.
you want to be, right?
Exactly. Can I tell you a quick story about a kiddo that
Sure.
this applies? There was a grandmother that had a child that had just been a genius until she was about 9. And she was on track, straight A's. And then everybody started calling her smarty pants, prissy pants. They had all these little panty pants statements for her. And I said, all right, I have a double dog dare for you and everybody you can enroll in this game. Do you want it? She said, yeah, what is it? I said, start calling her a next world leader kid.
Yeah.
She started that. She enrolled the school system. She enrolled the entire family. And within a couple of months, the child was making straight A's, was on the beta club, was running for school leadership programs. It is literally, what are we willing to tell our children? I got to tell you one other one that was really powerful. Can I?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
So there was a high schooler who I was in a psychology class, and I told this high schooler, big buff um, uh, football player, I said, go in the hall, and when you come back, we're going to do something. So when he came back in, I had told the class, when I do this, send loving thoughts, just like, you're gorgeous, we believe in you, you're awesome. And then when I do this, send questions like, really? Would you do that? Why are you doing that? Just send those questions. So I'm literally almost doing a pull-up on this young buff's hands. And I did the one, and he's like, whoa. And then I did two, and his arm just went straight down. He's like, what'd you just do? And I did one again, and I'm doing a pull-up again. And then I did two, and his arm went down again. So the power of words is not just the power of what we tell ourselves, but also the power of what we tell others. And a lot of times teenage kids, they love playing this game. They're like, Eric, you're looking a little sick today. You're pale. What's going on with you? And I mean, before long, you're not feeling well.
Yeah.
Like, we have that power with each other.
Oh yeah, I always talk about it. Say, hey, how's it going? I'm doing great. Oh, you look terrible. I'm like, well, thanks. I didn't think so. I thought I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah. I thought I was loving life until that moment. So I love what I love what you do, Eric. And what do you do when you've had one of these moments and you're getting all your guests to help get us all loaded for bear, so that we can't be taken out and taken down? Because we can't control other people's thoughts. We can't control their behavior, but we can control what we make of their behavior.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think that's the piece for me. I like to tell people all the time, you got to find a way to be your own hype man or hype person. You've got to be able to
For
get.
sure.
There are a lot of people out there who
Sure.
don't want you to be hyped up. I remember walking into an office one day, and a woman looked at me, "What are you so happy about?" I'm like, "Why wouldn't I be? I don't understand.
Yes.
Why do I need to be upset?" And I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to be my puppet master where anytime they say something, oh gosh, I'm upset. Oh gosh, it's
Yeah.
terrible. I'm terrible. I don't want to be that. That's not gonna happen.
I call it giving somebody your yo-yo.
Yeah.
And if I give you the yo-yo and I say, you're awesome, I'm just like blowing smoke up your skirt and throwing you up in the air. And then I'm like, what? Why'd you do that? And now I'm taking you down, taking you down. Now I'm going to take you on a little walk, like walking the dog. Now
Yeah.
I'm just going to spin you around the road. Would you like your yo-yo back?
Yeah. I like how you.
And how do we take our power back? All my work is about, how do I get back in my power, regardless of what you do or anybody else does in this world? How do I get back on the head of my pen?
I think that's a great question. So
Good question. I don't know. It's one of my songs.
you're, we just gonna keep rolling on. We're gonna
No,
find it.
keep going. Keep going.
So you wrote a book, and what was it? Defiance.
Embracing
Mhm.
defiance.
Defiance.
Helping your child express their unique voice
Mhm.
while keeping your sanity.
Okay. So what leads you to helping children, or is it more of helping the parent learn how to work with the children?
Yeah, spot on. It is really all about helping the parents stay in their power, remembering how it felt when they were a young child and were told, don't do that, don't think that way, you can't, you won't, you haven't, all those things. Because once you remember what that felt like, then you won't do it to your child. I worked at San Francisco General Hospital when I was,
Grey's Anatomy? Is that where that's?
what's that?
Is that where Grey's Anatomy's filmed?
Maybe. I don't even know.
Takes
But
place. I don't know.
I was a young buck. And one of the things that happened in that process is we worked with a lot of parents that had extremely dysfunctional behavior. They'd be screaming at their kids and just abusive stuff. Like, we were called in as the Child Protective Services.
Okay.
We're the ones that came in to help after the protective services that have already been called. So your temptation is to go save the child.
Right.
But if you go save the child, then you make the parent feel even more stupid, dumb, horrific, shameful, bad, can't take care of their children.
Right.
So instead, one of the things, and Freiberg is the psychologist years ago that wrote this story. And what you do is you ask the parent, what was it like when you were a child? And almost instantly, as they go back, oh man, you ought to see my mom. She yelled at me. She was a blah, 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 blah. They'd have the stories, and unconsciously, they just go over and they pick their child up and they put their child in their lap. So it's in the remembering, it's in the remembering that we are not doomed to repeat it.
Yeah. That's something, man. Like you say, you start like, is she in that room? Is your mom in this room right now? You're like, what? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, good question.
Talk about the momentum shift. It starts with that aha moment, right? When you realize what you're doing to hold yourself back or to cause some of your own problems, right? Or
Yeah,
problems, test challenges and opportunities to get better.
there you go. I love it. I love it. Sounds like you have your own. I need to bring you on my podcast and interview you with all your wisdom that you've learned over the years.
Would love to. I guess that's the piece. You like, you got to find something. I used to go to the wrong habits.
Yeah, yeah. I feel you. I feel you. I used to teach those habits of highly effective people. I know what you're talking about. That 18-lane highway of that rut.
Yeah,
It is challenging to get our chemical brain to go down right through the weeds.
yeah,
We're bushwhacking a whole new path. The road less traveled is really the road less traveled.
right. Yeah, that's the piece to get people to go, hey, go that way. I'm telling you, there's some great things that's going to
Yeah.
happen for you that way. You're like,
Yeah.
look at all that grass. I don't know about all of that. It's pretty
Yeah.
tall. There's some spider webs over there. There's some ditches. There's a lot of stuff over there. Trust me, it's going to be. Nah, I think I'm gonna go this way. Look how everybody paved that way. Nah, it's not always.
Yeah. Word. I had a dad that I was talking to that had this horrific story about his child. And my experience of this child was, talk about next world leader, off the charts. I mean, young, fiery, creative, amazing kid. I can imagine how hard it would be to raise this child, and off the charts fireball. And so I said to the dad, whose story do you want to believe? Your story, which just sucks,
Yeah.
or my story, which lives your child into being the next world leader that I see? Who do you want to be right? Well, of course you. And I'm like, okay, well, you got to be willing to be wrong. Because if you keep telling that story, I promise you, you will live them into it.
Yeah, exactly, right. The more you tell them that, the more they start believing it. Hey,
Word.
it was that way. So have you always been like this? Have you always been this kind of, hey, I'm gonna flip this around a different way? That type of person?
Probably. I'm trying to think of a time. I remember when I was young, I've always been kind of the odd duck.
Okay.
Um, everything I've ever done, like when the integration happened and my upper class neighborhood was all being bused to private schools, I'm like, yeah, no. And I was the one white chick on the all black basketball team
Yeah.
and loved it. Washington Junior High. And same thing when I was at Vanderbilt, I did valuing diversity. And it's all about, how do we take the road less traveled? And right now, my game is, how do we create the purple party? How do we find those of us that all want to breathe good air? We all want to love each other. We all want this. And then the last question is, guess who I voted for? So because I know lots on both of the teams, lots of people on both teams, and we have the same belief systems. So how do we find the purple party where we find where we are believing in each other again, believing in our kids again, believing in ourselves again, and getting out of the fear mongering.
Yeah, that's the piece right there. Just getting people to believe that they have what they need to be able to develop into what they want to develop themselves into. And it may not, like I said, I always say, shoot for it. Whatever the top of the mountain may
Yeah.
be for you, shoot for that top of the mountain. And if you get to that top of the mountain, no, you got to go for another top of the mountain. But
Yeah.
always be striving for something. There's so many days that I would get up and I had nothing that I was looking for. And as you're not looking for anything, guess what you find? You won't find anything, right?
Yeah.
You'll find yourself sitting there 5 years from now in the same situation, talking about what you're gonna do, what you'd like to do, what you wish would happen, and you could have went to work and figured it out. So
So I got a double dog dare for you, Eric. You want it?
what's up? I love this double dog dare. I love it.
Do you want it? You get to have it or not? No charge.
I'm already. Let's go. Let's go. I'm double dog dare me.
So here's the thing. I used to be like that too, until one day when I got my clinical license degree. And by the way, my number is PsyD Beth, Dr. Beth 007, Psy 19 007. That is my actual license number.
Wow.
And the thing is, I got to that moment and I'm like, where's the next hoop? Where's the next hill?
Right.
Where's the next, how do I go up? And I realized there's a whole lot on this level as well. And there's a whole lot on this level. And there's a whole lot in this level. And letting ourselves really sit in the, as we were saying earlier, the zen of it. Can I show you my books that I set in the zen of it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So here's the thing. I'm sitting in the zen of it, and I created
Raise it up a little bit.
I created 5 books. So this one is my parent version and my child version.
Emotional intelligence, compassion.
Emotional intelligence, compassion, characters.
Okay.
So these are both 54-page books on all of these characters, and each one of the books has its own poster that goes with it. Now I've had these concepts in my brain. What's that?
Like the one with the shades, but I'm sorry for interrupting.
Oh yeah, that's Prickles. Don't mess with Prickles, because Prickles will shoot his quills all over you. And I bet you could do that too, right? You're all softy and lovable, and then when the quills shoot, all right, I know I resemble you. That's mirror, by the way. And so then I have all these songs I created back in 2006, and I have CDs, but I've never gotten them into all my sheet music. So I have guitar and piano sheet music, and then these are the concepts of the little characters.
Okay.
The reason I'm telling you this is when I was in my Zen state.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't actually draw these characters. I didn't actually typeset this book.
Right.
Because I couldn't move.
Okay.
I had pins all in here, and I went through one of the toughest 6 months I've ever had. Yeah. But I could still talk and say, okay, take this, put it here, do that, move it there, get that, get there, get the edits. Right. And I became the director. Okay. And now what I have, this is Reclaim Your Sanity. Yeah. And I've done this for years and years, but now it's in a do-it-yourself version. And you actually take yourself through this or come do it with me. It will transform your life. Guaranteed. So with these and my 12 children's books and my 14 children's books and my 12 Inner Family Zoo journals that are coming, all of this, it's already been written. It's been written for 20 years, but I've never had the time or the money to get it out into the world. So when I'm in this Zen state, Eric, I have been more productive than I've ever been when I was running Full Tilt Boogie.
I like it.
What do you think about that?
I like that. Yeah. Now, we don't recommend everybody go out and have shoulder surgery or hurt yourself where you got to lay down and
No,
be.
we
But we
all
do
get
recommend
our moments.
we,
Trust me, we all get our moments, whether we ask for it or not. We
we,
get our moments.
we do recommend that you take some time to yourself and think about what it is you want in life and what you
Yes.
have all up here, right? There's so
Yes.
many people. I tell people all the time, they go, I don't know what my passion is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I bring to this world. I'm like, you have a plethora of experience in your life. You've gone through so many different things. What would happen if you put it down on a book or a journal or something and just start helping people with it?
I love it. Yes, yes, yes. It's all in the question, right, Eric?
Yes, yes. I totally
It's
agree.
all in the question. That's why I love what being able to do a podcast. You're really the boss of the creation of what you want to bring to the world, and you're helping pull it out of people so that they get to see their own greatness. I see you. I see you.
I don't think you need me to put out your greatness. I think you're doing really well with it.
Well, there's not a lot of people that can hold the space that you're holding, and it's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank
It's
you.
beautiful. And I think that's what we need to do for each other. All of us hold that space instead of telling anybody what to do, when to do it, how to do it, where to do it. Help all of us find our inner mamma jamma teenagers. We already know what we want, when we want it, and how we want it. Just ask us.
Yeah, I think that's the piece. Go back to that moment before you start listening to everybody say you can't do this. You probably don't want to try that. Oh, it's too risky. Oh, what is it? It's not safe enough for you. Before all
Yeah.
that, all those things you wanted to accomplish and do, go back to that moment and think
Yeah.
about how you were. What did you do? How did you attack life? That's a big piece right there.
And find the yes and in that. So
Okay.
how do I keep my little young emotional 3-year-old safe?
Yeah.
How do I write the rules so we all get to win? And how do I live authentically with passion and purpose from my inner teen self? And how do I become the listener, the loving, wise self of all these emotional states in me and in you?
Like that. So big question, big
I'm
question.
ready.
Not that I haven't asked any big questions all day, but
I'm on it. Bring it. Come on.
what do you want people to learn from your journey?
Never give up, never surrender. One of the things that I talk about is I may look like I'm face planted in any given moment of the week or the day, and I will get up.
Yeah.
I will get up. I do believe in myself no matter what. And it has been through the experiences that I had, all of the dark moments, that has given me this confidence.
Okay.
I remember working with one of my therapists years ago and cried my little baby eyes out. And she said, "It is time." And I'm like, "What? You're just going to kick me out of your office? It is time?" And
Right.
as I walked out, I left the door open. Oh, I got her good. That was like the meanest thing I could think to do, is just leave her door wide open. And so the next day when I came back in, I said, "I could have died with those big feelings. I was crying." She's like, "Yes, and?" "Well, how'd you know I didn't die?" I'm like, "How'd you know?" So it's me learning and trusting that I will not die through feeling my feelings.
Yeah.
Now bring it, any of it.
I like
I mean, the
that.
more crazy you go through, the more crazy you know you can survive. One of the things I tell people when they're afraid of their closets, you've already survived the closet.
Yeah.
You've
Yeah.
already survived. Like, you're here, you already went through the closet.
Yeah.
Now, do you want to learn from it, or you just want to keep it in the closet?
Yeah. Yeah. Keep reliving it over and over again. What
Yeah.
learn from it? What can you use out of that?
Yeah. Again, what's P and D about it? What's perfect and divine about what happened? How did it happen for you instead of to you? And once you get all the things you've learned from it, then I ask the question, if you did have the power to stop yourself and you had to give up all that learning, would you give up that experience? And
Mm.
I've never had anybody yet, if I really dig far enough and get them to see all the gifts of every single experience they've ever had, nobody has ever said, no, I'll give up what I've learned and to not have gone through that.
Yeah.
So until every one of us get to a place where we've gotten the gold, the juice out of every negative experience, every trauma, then we have the gift to move on.
Yeah. I've heard people from all walks of life, all different experiences say that. And I think one of the biggest ones was, you have people in prison, even though they didn't even commit the crime, and they spend years in that, and they come out and they're forgiving people, and they're fine, they're grateful for, I'm like, you're like, well, hold up, man, all this stuff that you can imagine, all these things that happen in prison.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
wait a minute. But they learn so many different things, and they come out now and they operate in a manner that you're like, wow, look at that.
Yeah. Would you go to prison to become Buddha?
Right. No.
Would you go to prison to become Jesus? Would you go to prison to find true love in yourself? Complete and total bliss. Would you go to prison to find all that? Woo! I know. I actually was in a workshop recently. Should question myself on this question, but I was in a workshop, and I have always worked my whole life to avoid fear, to
Okay.
avoid failure,
All right. Why?
to avoid pain, to
Okay.
avoid looking bad, to avoid upset, to avoid being triggered, all of it.
Yeah.
And I realized in letting myself face that,
Mhm.
like would I not have that ski accident and not have these things out?
Right. Ah.
I'd do it again every day.
My mom said you got to pay the cost to be the boss. That's the
Yeah, and we get to learn as fast as we get to learn. We
yeah.
get to we get to create the story about every single solitary thing that has happened to us. We get to stay in victim as long as we want to stay in victim, and I don't take that away from anybody. Sometimes I tell them to get there and turn it up so you really get the juice as fast as possible. Really turn that victim up.
I think that's the big piece. You're like, well, what can I do in this situation right here? I'm in it. It's happened. What can I do in this situation right here? What can I take from it and help somebody, or help myself, or improve what I'm doing, or move to the next level? And I like that.
That's what this book is all about. It's taking you step by step by step through every story that you've been stuck in.
Yeah.
Like you and I know, we know a lot. I
Yeah.
mean, we know a lot.
Right.
And that sometimes, that and a nickel won't even buy us a cup of coffee. So,
I've yet to get one for my looks or what I know. I mean,
right? I don't know. I may have gotten one for my looks. I once. Um, but the thing is, it is in the looking at it and really being willing to fall in love with every single element of what is
yeah.
that transforms it into the next bliss.
Yeah. That's the piece. Yeah, it's like, man, and just be able to sit and just in that moment and go, you know what? I'm gonna be here. What would I like to come out of this situation in the next 3, 5 months? I think
Yeah.
that's a great piece, right?
Yeah.
It's because you're gonna be here. You're laid up. You're gonna you had surgery, or you're gonna be on your job. You're gonna be wherever. How can you use it? I tell people all the time, like, my job sucks. The people I work with sucks. I'm like, well, what can you do to make that the best space that they can work in?
Yeah.
You're
I
right.
love those questions, Eric. I love those questions. I was diagnosed with cancer in 2021.
Okay.
And now it's 2025. Woohoo! And
Rolling out of you ring the bell.
I'm ringing it every day. It ring, 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 ring.
That's every
And
day.
and knowing and trusting that, who do I want to live in this moment? Because all I have is this moment. And who do I want to live in this moment? And I've experienced it with cancer. I've experienced it with crashes, a head-on crash. I've experienced it with, fires. I've been in two crazy fires where I was in an experience, and 10 minutes later, 19 of us, had I not gotten the whole group out, the place burned to the ground. 10 minutes. Following my own inner guidance. Following my spirit. So yeah, trusting we're not here alone, that there is a loving, wise self, whoever that is for you and whoever that is for anybody else. That my story, and I'm willing to be wrong about it, my story is that I've made up I'm not alone. And if I can be with you, I'm not alone. And you are the God self in me, the God reflection of me. And I love my mirror of you.
I like it.
I love you as my mirror, man.
like
I love you as my mirror.
Like that. So what do you say to the people that are out there now saying, well, that's easy for you to say?
Oh, really? Tell me about that. Tell me how easy that is to say. Last night, my mom, who had a stroke 22 years ago, fell, while my nephew had a motorcycle crash last night, while my other niece is dealing with all sorts of inner crisis, as well as going through insurance with a flood, insurance with 3 tornadoes that went through in the last, and 2 arms, and I mean, I can match anybody else's
Right.
big story. Let's go, bring it. And I get to make up what I want to make up about all this. I get to make it up. So do I choose to live myself into greatness, or do I choose to make myself into a martyr, or choose to make myself into a jerk?
Yeah.
And sometimes I choose that.
To be a jerk. You have your moments, right?
Absolutely.
Hey,
And
before
then
you go there, just don't stay there. Just don't stay there.
well, and the more I love myself in that jerkish moment, the faster I come out of it. The more I hate on myself in that moment, the more I stick myself in that moment.
I call it the mental quicksand state. You're just going in there deeper and deeper and deeper. You might not even come out.
And it's the light that brings us up. It's the love that brings us up. The love in the darkness, the light in the darkness that brings us back into the light.
Yeah. So check this out. So you have like a routine in the morning when you get yourself started, or how do you get your day started?
Is this on a good day or a bad day?
How you picking it?
So I did this experiment. One time, Eric. Few years ago, I was just never enough.
Yeah.
And I went to this workshop, and I decided I was going to have a new story about myself. And my new story is who I am is the possibility of greatness, compassion, love, and playfulness. That's who I am. Okay. So one day I woke up and I'm like, oh my God, I'm not enough. And then I observed myself. I suck, blah, 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 blah. Why am I, if I was all that in a bag of chips, I'd have 1 million clients and noise. And then I observed myself.
Okay.
And then the next day I woke up, who I am is the possibility of greatness, compassion, love, and playfulness. And I observed myself.
Yeah.
Like stuff happened both days. On the second day, my transmission went out. But instead of going down with that punch, flipping back into my old story, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. Instead, I'm like, I wonder what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I wonder if I'm going to meet new clients here. I wonder how this day is going to work. And sure enough, I had a $10,000 client that moment in the transmission shop.
Yeah. Nice.
Next day, negative, blah, 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 negative, observe the day. Not pretty. Next day, 4th day, who I am is the possibility of greatness, compassion, love, playfulness. Beautiful day, magical day. All sorts of things work. Day 5, mission aborted.
Yeah.
Like, is it really this easy?
Right. I like how you run the test on yourself. But excuse me, sorry, I'm joking. But I like how you run the test on yourself to see and then kind of go prove to yourself, you know what? This is the way to roll right here. This is how you create momentum shifts in your life, how you talking, how you see things. And it's the piece that I like about it is, excuse me, not only are you starting your day off on a positive mindset, but now as you move forward, you're looking for great things to happen. You're looking for things that you won't miss. So many people are missing opportunities for themselves because of how they look, the lens that they look out of, right?
Yeah. So I've had that game for probably 20 years. And I was in I was in a recent class, and they said, whatever you played 20 years ago, that's the floor.
Okay. Nice. Okay. That's the floor. At least you got a starting point.
That's the floor. So
Yeah.
now, how do I break my mind into a whole new possibility? Now, and the key for me is I'm willing to be wrong about everything, Eric. I
Yeah.
worked with a coach, and I had the 10 Keys to Compassion. Again, this was about 20 years ago. Had all these things, all my books, all my songs written, all these things. And she said to me, are you willing to be wrong about all of it and throw it away in order to have it all? I said, done, not attached.
Nice.
What else you got?
Nice.
Bring it.
Yeah.
And it was in the letting go that it all came back.
Yeah.
And 20 years later, I've had this stuff in my computer for over 20 years. And when I went through that fire, one of the things that was going on in my head is, oh, hell no, I'm not letting my computer die. I'm not going to die with all this stuff still on my computer.
I like it. Yeah. That's why. So you touched on something that I'm recently dealing with, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the process. We had our first house where my mind is like, I'm keeping it. We're gonna rent it out. We're gonna keep it as a property. We're gonna keep that. And so recently decided to sell it. And somebody was like, "So you're selling it?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's time." I said sometimes you got to let things go to let so that other things can come in. And that's the piece right there. I like to see we right there. I like where you at there.
I'm feeling you, man. I'm feeling you. I'm feeling your vibes. I'm loving it.
I like the way you bring that. Yeah, but that's the piece right there. So many times we hold on to so many different things, and what is it? You can't even reach out and grab anything else because your hands are full of stuff that
Right.
doesn't even benefit you sometimes.
One
So
of my favorite examples of that is one of the ways they catch monkeys in the Amazon. I don't know which some animal, monkeys, gorillas, somebody.
right,
They put food down in a barrel, and the monkey puts the food, grabs the food, and they can't get their hand out because they've got food in their hand,
right.
and that's how they capture them. All they have to do is let go,
Yeah.
and they're free.
Like, no, I'm taking this.
So where are we taking it on our back? Where are we still holding on? And my question for everybody is, do you want to be right or do you want to be rich? Do you want to be right or do you want to see your grandkids? Do you want to be right or do you want to live into the greatest, grandest version of yourself? Because if you have all these messages that you tell yourself that are not serving you, you're hanging on to the food,
Stop living
willing
in
to be wrong to have it all.
like stop living in fear and hey, be wrong sometimes.
Right?
See how right you are.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh,
So
you're fun, Eric. You're fun.
I'm enjoying it. Thank you much for joining me. But I can't let you go because we got to find out what you got coming up.
Oh gosh, so much, so much.
Yeah.
I'm actually talking to a couple of TV producers about having my own TV show,
Nice.
and I'm getting all these books that are going to be coming out into the world. I'm putting them up on Lulu, and um, I'm going to have those coming out and all the other things coming out. And I'm going to be also doing a podcast with my dad,
Nice.
who he's 87, and bringing the generations together. Male meets female, father meets daughter, West Coast meets Mid Coast. Like we got it all going on, and we have crazy wild energy. He's still working. He is still an amazing mentor of mine, and I'm just hoping and praying he'll do a podcast with me. So that's the next thing that I'm hoping I live us into.
That's cool, man. I love that. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
I can't wait to hear it. That's good. I'm looking forward to that. So what would you like people to know before we go?
So don't forget to take great care of yourself first. So when you take care of yourself, when you put your mask on, when you fill yourself up, then you don't bring neediness to your children.
Mm.
Otherwise, I've given my life to you. Now you owe me.
Right.
And you put the pressure on the next generation to fill you up and take care of you because you didn't take care of yourself.
Yeah.
So that's the message I would bring. And the way to find out more, to hang with me and play with me, go to drbeth.com. And I have a link tree that is also drbeth.com link tree. Link tree, drbeth.com, however that works. But drbeth.com is the link tree.
Yeah, and you play the guitar.
And I do. I've not been playing much while I'm getting my arm ready, but I have done the visualizations of playing it. So we'll see. We'll see if those visualizations work. I may pick it up and just be in, who knows? Who knows?
Love it. I love it. Well, cool, Dr. Beth.
What about you, Eric? What would be your takeaway? This is the way I end all my power hours. What's your takeaway from your experience with me?
Well, the one thing I like is the fact that how you look at things, how you view things will determine how you do things. I liked how you put that in the perspective because it can take you down the road that you don't want to be in. But I like too how you're willing to put that test on yourself, right? Most people are like, well, I'm not going to do that because it's wrong. I'm not going to do that because some bad things are going to happen. But you test yourself. You run tests every day. Like you said, you're not afraid to be wrong, right?
Yeah.
I like that.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you for receiving that.
That self-assessment piece. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a powerful one. And it's just the moments when I'm not willing to be wrong, I get to eat crow.
Yeah.
It's so much, you can have so much more love when you're willing to be wrong. So much more love.
That's a proof of concept. I like it.
Yes.
I'm telling you, it won't work. But if you try it, I want you.
I'm willing to be wrong. I think I'm right. But you know what? I could be wrong. Prove me wrong.
I always tell people I've got 3 kids, and my daughter is my oldest daughter is the middle child, like I am. And I would tell her, I was like, when she was a teen, I said, baby, I'm not telling you these things because I don't want you to have fun. I'm telling you these things because I don't want you to have to go through what I did, or I want you to make mistakes like I did. And she looked at me, she said, we called her the defense attorney. She said, well, what if I want to make mistakes? And
Right.
I'm like, okay, well, who am I then? All right, just make mistakes.
And you know what? It's brilliant that she could say that to your face, Dad,
Yeah.
because almost every kid I've ever asked, if I say, would you like to fix your own problems or you want your parents to fix your problems? 99.9%, they want to figure it out themselves.
Yeah.
So the way we can play, here's the way to have the power. And this is going to come natural to you.
All right.
The way to have the power is ask the questions.
Yeah.
Not in the tell, but in the question. So how do you see that rolling out for you, going down that path? What's going to happen? What's going to be the plan? How do you want to experience that? So where are you going to live if you quit school? Right. What would you do? How are you going to make some money? What are you going to drive?
That's it.
What's next?
Yeah, I'm not going to give you the answer, but let's just think about it for a second.
Yeah. What's the plan?
I'm telling you not to do it. Not telling you to do it, but let's talk about it.
Yeah. And the more creative and loving and compassionate and not a gotcha question, but a real, I'm willing to be wrong. Maybe your plan is to, go to the Peace Corps. Who am I to say you're not supposed to go to college? Who am I to say? This may be your journey. So are you going to be okay if all your friends, they're done and you come back and you're starting all over? You going to be okay with that? Yeah, totally good. I'm going to have my own journey. I may not even come to school. Who knows? I'm like, okay. So are you going to be okay when you go to your first job offer and they say, what's your degree in? I'm going to say my degree's in life. My degree's in what I did in the Peace Corps. My degree's in, okay, pretty good, not bad. Okay, let's go to the next question. Until they convince you that you can see what they can see, then you've asked enough questions. But be willing to be wrong.
I want them to have a vision. I want them to at least take this shot.
Yeah.
Hey.
Thanks, Eric, thank you so much for what you're bringing to the world and for the time to ask me these questions and be the listener that you've been. Thank you.
Dr. Beth, thank you. I appreciate you joining me. You truly are a momentum shifter, and I want you to keep moving forward as well. Looking forward because I'm gonna get one of those books. I want to share one of those with my grandson and my grandkids. So I'm looking forward to them coming out. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for another episode of the Momentum Shift podcast and radio show. I'm always excited to have you joining me. I'm laughing at Dr. Beth. I love her energy. She's just so cool. You can't wait to see this video. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it.
Mirror, mirror. Mirror, mirror, man.
Until next time, this is Eric Collier, the Mayor of Motivation. Thank you for joining us. Take care.
Thank you for joining The Momentum Shift, a show bringing you interviews and stories of incredible people to help you get inspired, get moving, and get results to ultimately create the life-changing momentum shift that will improve your life. Join host Eric Collier, the Mayor of Motivation and Mental Quicksand Expert, every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern for The Momentum Shift, the show and change you've been looking for.